Yo, I was about to get to the defense to see if their closing arguments are done, and just got some breaking news here. Boy, when the thing they say, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. P. Diddy and son sued for brutal gang R and explosive lawsuit claims. Uh I know this video is going to be very, very difficult to react to just because when you have a title like this, the words that are about to be used, I'm going to try my best to watch and edit this in a way where you guys can understand what's going on. But that looks like Justin. That's, with Diddy here. Look, man. It was said something about Christian, allegedly, on a yacht. This trial is pretty much about to be over. And now you have this. Boy, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
A bombshell new lawsuit that involves Sean Diddy Combs, but isn't against the disgraced music mogul. As Diddy is listening to closing arguments hearing trial in federal court in New York, his son, Justin, has been hit with a lawsuit by a woman who claims that he lured her to Los Angeles by multiple men, including his dad, Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this isn't the first time that Justin has been named in a lawsuit with his famous father. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. How about the timing of this new lawsuit involving the son of Sean Diddy Combs? It was just in the hours after the government on Thursday finished their closing arguments in the case against the disgraced music mogul that we learned about this new lawsuit against Sean Combs' son, Justin. Justin is one of Diddy's 7 kids. Here he is with his dad's arm around his shoulder. Justin has been in court supporting his dad just as his siblings have been over the past 7 weeks of testimony. Now, listen, whatever your feelings are.
I just thought about something. Because, I did that video with Aubrey O'Day, and I was talking about how the defense is doing their closing arguments. And, something just came to me. The word karma. Karma just came to me. And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know what's going to happen in this Diddy case. But if somehow, some way this man walks, and now you have this lawsuit coming up, and I was thinking to myself, what if his son go to jail?
On Sean Combs and whether you think he's guilty of the charges that could put him in federal prison for the rest of his life, you just have to think how difficult it must be to hear about exploits of their father. But if you believe the allegations I'm about to tell you in this new lawsuit brought against Justin Combs, Justin apparently was very aware of his dad's lifestyle. The new lawsuit that just dropped was filed by a woman from Louisiana who says in 2017, Justin Combs coaxed her to come to LA because she says that Diddy's son promised her a job in the entertainment industry. She claims the two had met on Snapchat, and Justin allegedly asked for explicit pictures, and she sent them. The woman, who's not named in this suit, says when she got to LA, raped by several men, including a certain music mogul now at the center of this high-profile, historic trial in federal court in Lower Manhattan. Yes, Sean Diddy Combs. The alleged victim claims that Justin invited her out west for a weekend to talk about her career.
So, again, she's from Louisiana. They met through Snapchat. She sent explicit pics to him. And, allegedly she was awed by several men, including Diddy. Allegedly. That's what it's saying here. Like I said, I gotta try to work my way around what's actually being said. But this sounds like the stuff that Diddy was being accused of. That's why I said in the courtroom, I don't think that the girls should be in there. The guys, I said they were being accused of stuff But boy,
When she got there, she says she was kept in a house in Beverly Hills. And according to the lawsuit, things seemed fine at first, but when she allegedly asked Justin Combs if they were going to leave the house, he said no. She claims that Justin Combs offered. Now, you can see in those allegations some of the comparisons in this lawsuit to the so-called freak-offs that we have been.
He said like she was in Beverly Hills and, everything seemed to be going fine. And Justin offered her some stuff. And she was saying that she believed that the stuff that she had stuff inside of it. I don't even know if I can say the word. That's why I'm speaking on it now. But like they put something in the Mary Jane. Y'all know what Mary Jane is. A puff puff pass. Like feeling like something was in there. And that this sounds exactly like what Diddy was being accused of.
Hearing about for weeks at the center of the Sean Diddy trafficking and racketeering trial. The woman says after she tugs, 3 men entered the house and all of them were wearing masks. Now, it's unclear what kind of masks the men were wearing, but when I read that part, I thought about the testimony of Sheree Hayes in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, the escort known as the Punisher. He testified that during a freak-off, Sean Combs allegedly wore a face covering that he likened to a Muslim hijab. In the lawsuit against Justin Combs, the alleged victim says that she knew that one of the men was Diddy just because of his mannerisms, but how about this? She also knew it was Diddy because she says that Justin, as his dad, entered the home to alleged woman that he brought to LA, called Diddy, quote, Pops. Now, we see on Justin's social media that Pops is the phrase that he often uses for his dad. In this lawsuit, the alleged victim claims that she was led to a bedroom where she was allegedly told, quote, you better let this happen or else. Then, she says that each man took a turn. After that, she was taken to an airport on Monday and flown home. Not only is Diddy facing the possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison if convicted of all the charges trial, there have been nearly 80 lawsuits filed against him in civil court. Many are still active. Several of the lawsuits accused use and are filed by people who are not giving their names, just like in this lawsuit that we're talking about. This also isn't the first lawsuit that Justin Combs has recently faced. Justin was named in a suit brought by music producer Rodney Jones, who goes by Little Rod. Rod claims that Diddy coerced him, and you can see the suit also names Justin Combs and accused Justin of covering up a shooting in 2022 at Little Rod's studio in LA with his dad. In May, a judge did dismiss Justin from Little Rod's lawsuit, so he is no longer facing those allegations. As for the lawsuit filed in the hours before his dad's attorneys were to make closing arguments, E! News reports that Diddy's attorneys have denied the allegations, but it's unclear what Justin's response is at the time of this recording.
All right, so look, a serious question here. When you look at their lifestyle, right? Because, I was thinking about the girls, the daughters, and I was saying to myself, like, I forget how old they are. I don't know if it's 18, 19, and I forget how old Chance is. But my whole thing is like, what do they say? By the age of like 12 or something like that, like as far as the brain works, I could be wrong, but that's when they say like a child should know right from wrong at that age. They should know. So I'm just thinking of the 3 girls. And then if you look at the lawsuits and you have all these women saying this and saying that, I'm just saying, I'm wondering mentally, how are they affected? Or is it the lavish lifestyle, the rich luxury, the money, all this stuff that they're given, does that blind them from what's really happening? Because my whole thing is like, you know how they say it like when they get older, are they going to go into relationships, and if a guy is being, physical with them, are they going to allow it just because of like the stuff they might have witnessed or heard about? And are they going to think this is okay? Because in a lot of cases, this happens, you know, because I'm looking at the boys and they're showing support. And then you have these lawsuits that are against them and they know right from wrong. But it's like the luxury lifestyle that they're living in is like covering that up. Like they would rather indulge in that than lose everything. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what are the conversations like? Does Diddy even talk to them about this stuff? You know, because you can't say like, oh, they lying on me when the video is out. Like, what are the kids' reaction to the video? You know, I feel like that's something we'll never know. This video is still going. It's like a 20-minute long video. I already heard what I needed to hear. I already know it's gonna be too much to edit out, but this doesn't surprise me at all. What's going to come of this, I don't know. I don't know. Remember, this is all alleged. I'm not saying he did these things. I'm just saying if it were to be true, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You know? But I just feel like right now, like what is some karma gonna look like for Diddy? And this is if they're saying like he's not guilty. You know? Boy. Let me look at a little of the comments here. Like Father Like Sean, that's the apple don't fall. Diddler Jr., not at all surprised. This is terrible timing. The pot getting thicker and thicker. Are we even surprised? Yeah. Hey, like, share, comment below. And hopefully this video was easy enough for you guys to follow. All right. Peace out.